Let us start our new session of chapter number 12, Work and Energy. Now, here let us go through the various forms of energy. We are having heat energy, chemical energy, electrical energy, light energy, electricity, mechanical energy, that is total in terms of potential energy, and kinetic energy. Here in detail we are going to study mechanical energy. It's a two form of energies, potential energy and kinetic energy. So let us first go through the kinetic energy. Here let us go through some of the activities. Take a heavy ball, drop it on a thick bed of sand. A wet bed of sand in which, while we are dropping that ball, the depression of the ball will be created. Now, repeat this activity by increasing its height, and we can observe the depression of that ball generated by the different distances, and mark that particular depression and will indicate from which height the ball will drop. Another activity we can take that, as you can see in the diagram, take one wooden block of mass that attached with a trolley, and this trolley is available at certain distance. Now, place one mass, known mass onto the pan so that trolley starts moving. So trolley moves in the forward direction and hit the wooden block. Then fix a stop onto the table in which trolley stops after hitting the block. Then block will also get displaced. Now repeat this activity by increasing the mass onto the pan and check the amount of displacement, as the displacement will more or less. So here the moving object will do a work while the object is moving faster than the identical object which is having a slow speed. For example, a bullet, blowing wind, rotating wheel, spinning stone, they are doing a work. Object in motion possesses the energy. This energy is known as kinetic energy. Just like a falling coconut, speeding car, rolling stone, flying aircraft, flowing water, blowing wind, running athlete. These all the objects are in a motion which possess the energy which is a kinetic energy. So here kinetic energy of that object is increases with the speed of that object. So this kinetic energy of a body moving with a certain velocity, that is equal to the work done on it to make it acquire that velocity. So here now let us define this kinetic energy in terms of mathematical terms. Let us take mass of the object m, which is moving with initial uniform velocity u. Now, as a constant force F is applied onto the object will displace a certain distance s, and work is done, that is W equal to F into s. Now, after applying that force, velocity of the object will change from u to v, and object will accelerate it. So here we are having that kinematic equation, v square minus u square equal to 2as. From that equation, make the subject of formula s and replace that value of s in the work done equation. So s, here we are having v square minus u square divided by 2a. So here the s will be replaced by that above equation. So here, by equating this, we are getting the equation 1/2 mv square minus 1/2 mu square. Now, if we suppose that initially the object is in a stationary position and take initial velocity u equal to 0, then here we are having work done, that is 1/2 mv square, which is equal to the kinetic energy. So kinetic energy processed by the object of mass m having acceleration a, that is a 1/2 mv square. Now let us consider that here, if initial velocity u is non-zero, then work done we are having 1/2 mv square minus 1/2 mu square. That is a change in kinetic energy. That is a final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. So work done is equal to change in the kinetic energy of the object. Now let us go through the example for the same. An object of mass 15 kg is moving with a uniform velocity of 4 meter per second. What is the kinetic energy processed by the object? So here mass of the object m is given 50 kg, velocity is given 4 meter per second. Equate both the values in the equation of kinetic energy, that is 1/2 mv square, and we will get the value 120 joule. Next, what is the work to be done to increase the velocity of a car from 30 km per hour to 60 km per hour if the mass of the car is 1500 kg? So here mass of the car is given, initial velocity u, that is a 30 km per hour, final velocity v, that is a 60 km per hour, and mass of the car is 1500 kg. Velocities are available in the unit of kilometer per hour. First convert into the unit of meter per second. Now here initial velocity is non-zero value, that is a 30 km per hour. So initial kinetic energy is available. So let us first calculate initial kinetic energy, 1/2 mu square. Then after calculate final kinetic energy, 1/2 mv square. Now if you want to calculate a work done, that is a change in kinetic energy, that is a final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy, and that you will get 1,56,375 joule. Now let us go through the another form of energy, that is potential energy. Let us go through some of the activity to understand this form of energy in detail. Let us take a rubber band, hold it one end and pull the another end. So band will be stretched. Then release that band from one end. Then band will regain its original form, original length. So here the band acquire energy while it is stretching, and then this energy is converted into the original form, stable position, that is a potential energy. Let us take another example. As you can see in the diagram, take a slinky and stretch it end from another end, hold one end constant. So here, while a stretching, its a shape will change. Now when you release it, it acquire its original position. So it will acquire energy while stretching, and then it will compress again in form of its original position. Next, take a car, toy car, using a key, apply its windings by using key, then place the car onto the ground, car will move. it will acquire energy from the key, it will cover certain distance based on the number of windings of the key, and then it will stop. Next activity, lift an object through the certain height. The object now will do work. After reaching a certain height, the object will free fall, released at downward side. So it acquires some energy. So while it raised at a certain height, then it needs more work, it requires more energy. So here in all the activities, we define that the energy will stored in that object due to the work done on that object. So here the energy transferred onto the object, as it's stored in terms of potential energy, it will cause a change in velocity or speed. So while we're stretching the rubber, the energy will transfer onto the rubber. So energy transferred onto the rubber, and it stored that energy in terms of potential energy, and then after it will regain its original form. While windings of the key onto the car is there, the energy will processed onto the car, and car will store that energy in terms of potential energy, and based on that potential energy it able to do a work, and then velocity and speed of that car will change, it able to move onto the ground. So the potential energy processed by the object is the energy present in it by the position of that object. Let us take another example, another activity. Take a bamboo stick and make a bow. Place an arrow and make a tight stick made of a tight stick with one end supported with the stretch string. Now stretch the string and release the arrow. Arrow will fly off the bow. So here the change in the shape of the bow, which gives the potential energy stored in the bow, which gives the change in the shape. Due to the change in the shape, and it will convert into the kinetic energy by throwing off that arrow. So here an object increases its energy when raised through the height. So here, because of the work done onto the object against the gravity, its a potential energy will increases. By that amount, it able to get the higher speed while the free fall. So energy present here in that object in terms of gravitational potential energy. So gravitational potential energy of an object at a point above the ground is defined as work done in rising that object from the ground. So during that work done, object gains energy and store it in terms of potential energy. So here, now let us derive the equation for the same. Let us consider mass of the object m. We raised its height by the work done onto it, and let us place it at certain height h above the ground. Now the force is required to do this process to move that particular object above the ground. So minimum force is required to raise that object, that is equal to F equal to mg, and object gains that particular energy and store it in form of potential energy, and work will be done. So that work done equal to force into displacement. The given force is mg and the displacement is available h. So work done equals to mgh. During this work done, energy is available mgh, which is gained by the object and stored it in terms of potential energy. So now this work done can be defined as a potential energy EP equal to mgh. Now this work done is available by the gravity depends on the difference in the height of initial position and final position of the object. It is not related to the path taken by the object to reach at height h. So here you can see that a block in first diagram, a block is raised from position A to B with the straight path. But in second case, if you can observe, the object is raised by the different path. Irrespective of that, both will reach at the same height h and both having a same work done, that W equals to mgh and having the same potential energy mgh. Let us go through the example for the same. Find the energy possessed by an object of mass 10 kg when it is at a height of 6 meter above the ground. G equal to 9.8 into 9.8 meter per second square. So mass of the object is given 10 kg. The distance, the height is given h equal to 6 meter. Acceleration due to gravity g is given 9.8 meter per second square. Substitute all the values in potential energy equation, that is equal to mgh. So by substituting all the values, we are having potential energy 588 joule. Next example, an object of mass 12 kg is at a certain height above the ground. If the potential energy of the object is 480 joule, find the height at which the object is with respect to the ground. G is given 10 meter per second square. So here mass of the object is given 12 kg. Potential energy is given 480 joule. So here we need to determine the height at which the object will be available with respect to ground. So EP equal to potential energy equal to mgh. Substitute all the values of potential energy, mass of the object and acceleration due to gravity g, which is given 10 meter per second square. Make the subject of formula h and calculate the value. We will get h equal to 4 meter. So object will be available at height 4 meter. Am I clear? Here we are going to end this session. Hope you understood. Thank you.